obviously a huge week for us, big opportunity to go to a really tough environment, really first test, true test for us going on the road. Played at this stadium multiple times and know how much of a factor their crowd can be. They're playing really good football right now, really tough outfit in all three phases, so we've got to have a great week of preparation, making sure we're ready to go, handling some different aspects of the plan this week, from the noise to obviously just in general, not being in your home environment. So it'll be big for our guys.
You said early in the season you want Cousins to play with a quiet mind.
Yeah.
How do you do that in that environment, Monday Night Football in Philadelphia?
Yeah, I think I'm more so, when I say quiet in mind, it's really not the environment, it's really not the noise, it's kind of misleading. It's more of just what his job is, what we're asking him to do on a snap-to-snap basis, and then just how clear and concise I can be coaching him. Because as you guys have seen, when he he knows what to do and what we're asking of him, he can go out and really execute at a high level, which drives our whole offense for us. So coming off of his performance last week, he's going to establish himself a standard of what to expect out of Kirk every single week, and his preparation's off to a great start. But it's all about just my role and my communication with him and our time together throughout the week, making sure that him and I are on the same page and he can be an extension of me out there.
Kevin, you played obviously at Philly with Washington a number of times. Yep. And stuff. You got any good stories or anecdotes that kind of reflect how raucous that crowd is, especially maybe at night?
Yeah, it's definitely an environment that they take a lot of pride in, that, and it's very difficult to go play. It's truly one of those places in the league where you can tell your team it's our group against 70,000 plus, and they're going to have it rocking. First Monday night game of the year, coming off of obviously a win, playoff team last year. It's a heck of a challenge on the field and with the environment there. So we'll try to simulate what we can here, but ultimately, our guys are going to just have to respond in that moment, and hopefully they're prepared and ready to go.
What kind of a challenge when you have a defense that's as big as they are and as fast as they are, that presents, especially in that environment?
Yeah, great front. Flying around, coming off the rock, they're great in the run game, and then, they can impact the quarterback every single time you try to drop back and throw it, or play pass, or keeper, or anything else for that matter. So we're going to expect a lot out of our guys up front, but it takes all 11. We talk about the run game a lot of times taking all 11, but pass protection and efficiency in the pass game is the same thing. Detail, depth of routes, and where we want guys when we need them to be there within the rhythm and timing of the snap, how we're going to protect, how we're going to have a plan based upon the different protections that we're in, ultimately to try to give Kirk the best possible chance to be clean back there. But ultimately, as he had to do even last Sunday against a really good defense, the expectation is, he's going to play with great pocket presence and poise, and it's our job to try to get him some folks that he can throw him the ball to in space.
Put 38 points up last week. You put a lot of points up too. Do you try to avoid the shootout on the road more so by slowing the game down, or is that at all your game plan?
Yeah, I think every single week, Joe, is kind of its own entity. It's you look at what do you think it's going to take to win the football game, and present that to the team so they know the expectation. With always that asterisk of, hey guys, whatever happens, that ball could bounce funny early on. We've got to respond. I'm really looking forward to seeing our team do really two things this week. Can we handle the success and the things we did last week while going on the road for the first time, and then ultimately, can we improve? There's some things me personally needed to, get cleaned up to make sure that we're at our best when it's required. And we've challenged our guys to have a great week of prep. Some of it goes hand in hand with what took place in the game last weekend. Some of it, is depths of the playbook that we'll apply based upon what we see fit this week. But I think you got to play it, based upon your football philosophy, and then ultimately respond, if they're able to, cause us some adversity, which I fully expect, and really looking forward to see how our team responds to that.
What kind of extra dimension does A.J. Brown give that offense?
I mean, he's just an all-around player that I think he impacts the game so many ways. He's big and physical, but yet, has really elite separation skills with a lot of different traits at the top of routes. He definitely dictates a lot of times to coverage, which then opens things up for, not only their run game, which is so difficult to defend, but they've got, some really great players around him, first-round picks, and guys that ultimately can impact the game in those kind of one-on-one situations that, you're going to find yourself in sometimes, maybe a little bit more than you'd like just because of how you have to stop the run. So, unbelievable challenge, and they've been able to run it efficiently, going back a long way now into last season, and now they've only added another dimension with adding AJ. Got a ton of respect for him and just the way they play offense. Their offensive coaches are, I know those guys pretty well. They're really smart. They know how to attack coverages, front structure. So we got our hands full dealing with that grouut for sure.
What's unique about Jalen Hurts, maybe compared to some of the other running quarterbacks in the league?
Yeah, first and foremost, he has the skill set to impact the game on the ground, but I don't think he gets enough credit for just what he's able to do with the football throwing it, and just his ability to attack all three levels of the defense and, do it with the way they package things together. He can impact the game in rhythm. He can impact the game off schedule, as everybody has seen, obviously. But then he is a major, major part of their run game. And I think the physicality probably would be the difference than some of the other, guys that have those skill sets in the league that can really change a game on one play. The physicality at which he runs the football with. I mean, there's times where they, you could tell by the scheme that they're running, they're blocking up everybody but the corner and leaving the corner, for the quarterback, which is pretty rare for a guy to then be able to, make that guy miss, go get the first down and line up and do it again. And his consistency to be able to do that on early downs, 2nd and 10, run the rock, get tackled, get up on a 3rd and 3 and be precise in the pass game. That's really what's impressive, his consistency. And then you can tell he's really assumed a leadership role in that organization. And I got a lot of respect for him. I've always, even dating back to when you studied him coming out.
All right, so, here we are, week 2. Away, Monday Night Football, another great challenge for us. Good football team, playoff team last year. A lot of great players on their defense. A great environment to play in and a great challenge for us. So, the week of prep has begun, and we've got to, keep stacking up the days and get to Monday feeling really good about our plan. But take it one day at a time right now and just keep going to work and putting in the work to get the outcome we want come Monday. Take any questions you have.
You've played at Philadelphia a number of times. What's it like going in as an opposing quarterback, the raucous crowd, night atmosphere? What's it like, playing at Philly with those raucous fans?
It's a great challenge, great fan base, historic fan base. Tough place to play, and it'll certainly be that way with a home opener on Monday night.
What's been kind of, you were 2-2 with Washington there, put up some good stats, and then 18 you guys won. Just what's kind of been the key to you pretty much playing well there? Is it the key to silence the crowd early, or what exactly?
I don't think there's anything special or unique to Philly. I think it's the same reasons you play well any given week, especially on the road, handling noise and communicating well and being efficient, avoiding penalties, good in situations, 3rd down, red zone. And team football, right? I mean, playing good defense, playing good special teams, running the football well. There's so many variables that come into finding a way to win, and especially when you're on the road, you got to play really good, sound football all the way around.
Dalvin, way over here. What's it like to finally get a chance to play in Philly? You missed the 17 championship game, I believe you sat at 18. What's it like to finally get a chance to play in front of those raucous fans?
It's another away game. I was there. Back when we played to go to the Super Bowl. It's a crazy environment. I know their fans be ecstatic. They be crazy, but it's just about controlling the environment, man. I done played enough football to know it's just another road game. We got to go here, execute and block the noise up.
How do you feel about having a Monday night game in week 2? It's kind of weird that you don't have a noon game until week 3.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad it's on us quick, to show where we at fast. On the road in Philly ain't no better environment to go play in, early on in the year. We got some guys that need to get out there and get in that environment, and I'm just looking forward to it, and it's gonna be fun come Monday night.
Hey, Dalvin, your thoughts on Jordan Davis, watching him in Georgia, and also limited amount of time he played there Sunday?
Huge. He big. I done met him in person a few times. He's huge. Just being around my little brother, I done met him a couple times. But he a big individual. You know, we got to account for that guy down there, him and Fletcher. But, you know, we got to take care of him. We can't let him wreck the game. We just got to treat him like another D lineman down there and take care of business.
What stands out about their defense on the tape?
They're a fast defense, to be honest. Aggressive. We got to go match their aggressiveness. And just a good team, man. Good players. Everything. It's week 1, so you can't really tell too much. You know, but you know, from what we've seen on tape, they was a good team. They went into Detroit and got a win, so that's always big. Winning on the road in the NFL. So we just got to come to play, man. And like I said, execute our game plan that KO got ready for us.
You played with Josh Sweat. What stands out about the way he's kind of grown through his time in the league?
Yeah, Sweat. You know, I'm proud of Sweat. You know, he battled through a lot of injuries. He had that gruesome knee injury, but he done become his own in this league, and I'm proud of him. You know, just as a brother, and I'm looking forward to playing against him. It should be fun. He gonna hit my mouth a lot, so it's just me, but it's gonna be a good matchup. On the road.